Hello, welcome back to the series finale of Corn Bros. I am one of your hosts for the very last time, Aaron. Oh, no, not Aaron. I'm lying. God damn it.
And I'm your other bros, Jacob.
So,
JaCorn, one of the two. I don't know if I even use that name anymore.
yeah, it's kind of one of those things where when we first started the channel, like, hey, I'm gonna go buy JaCorn, and like nobody can remember it. They're like, oh, hey, Jacob. You're like, okay, well, it's close, but
I mean, my handle is my name, essentially.
true,
So,
true. Yes, never change it. Somebody might take it, and you may never get it back.
yeah, I'm never changing my handle. I love my handle too much.
So I guess we should, the elephant in the room was why is this episode? Wow, I can't even talk. Why is this episode coming up so late? Did we get in a fight? Did
I lost my leg in the war.
that's his excuse. No. So basically, it's all on me. The last couple of weeks I've been having problems with it's like something like called GERD, and you know stomach issues, and sometimes it's hard. It's not hard to talk, but it's hard to talk for a long time. And there was like a week where I like literally every time I would start talking, yeah, I would like start to cough, which I'll probably do later on this episode. I'm probably getting close to doing it now because I'm thinking about it. Usually if I don't think about it, it kind of, it goes away. But so yeah, and you're probably like, well, you upload some other videos. Yes, because those are shorter episodes. So like 7 minutes. Like I think it was. Let's see. It was the Megamind. That was like the hardest one where I'm like, oh my god, I'm dying. Okay, I'm almost done. Okay, cool. And I think this one's gonna go up before, but I'll give you a little teaser. It's another platinum game I got, but that's all the teaser you're getting. But it's another one where I'm like, okay, well, good thing it's a shorter episode, so that's why. Oh, you got an interesting Chromium. What's that?
This?
No, it's on your go up one.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
That's weird. I've never seen that before. It's all blue.
Yeah.
But
I don't use it.
so
I use Edge.
before we get into the episode, this podcast has been an interesting journey where it was originally this was supposed to be part of the Corncast because it was supposed to go ranking games and then random topics, and then things happen behind the scenes. Somebody thought that was their own podcast idea, blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, fine. You don't want to talk about Ghost. We won't talk about Ghost. We'll talk about Ghost on another podcast. So
Which we did.
which we never did because you don't have any ghost stories and I only have one. So that would have been a very short episode. So we decided to do 3 episodes on anime.
Jeez, was it 3 episodes?
I think it might have been only 2. I might have been adding one. I think it was going to be 3 because I was like, oh, well, I've been watching more anime, so we can do a part 3. But that'll never happen. This channel's dead now.
This
podcast is dead. So it was. This is going to go up on May 11th. Now May 11th is also a significant day in the channel because that was our first podcast that we did for the Corncast.
Wow.
So it's been a year since.
What an unfortunate turn of events.
So
That podcast series spawned too many things.
yeah, because it spawned the Pokécast. The Corn Bros was already going, and okay. The other thing, well, and also I should add, it also spawned the Legend of Corncast. The reason why there's so many more episodes of Corn Bros than anything else is because our schedules are like the easiest to match. We do this on Sundays, upload it. I don't remember what day it was originally going up. I don't know. I think it was a Thursday. I think we usually put these up on Thursdays, and then.
I don't know. You were the one taking care of it.
So yeah. So that's why there's so many more episodes, and then once we start re-recording, the Corn Bros was like, let's just get to 20, a nice number to finish on. So, yeah. So this episode is going to be about series finales. So it doesn't have to be And I should clarify, because I always like to say something and then go, well, technically, it's not like that. We're going to rank every single game. Every single game but mobile games and, these other games. So, like, I always like to make it, like, more awkward than what it really needs to be. So, anything that has an ending. So, anything that has ended. And so we got a couple of them. So, I'll go first. The Walking Dead Season 1, if you watched the Platinum or listened to the Platinum episode, I talked about how the ending of The Walking Dead Season 1 Telltale Games is a phenomenal, and still I don't think it's been topped in my personal opinion of endings where you know there's going to be spoilers. We just let everybody know whatever we talk about it's not going to be spoiled because we're talking about the ending. So I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. So Phil, you can leave anytime.
No, The Walking Dead Season 1's been out for 9 years.
It's getting close. Wow, it is.
It's been out for long enough. We established when we could talk about spoilers.
Yes, as soon as the thing comes out,
yeah.
A day later. No, but from Lee's journey to raising Clementine to be who she is towards the ending, where Lee is, where you think he's going to be part of the series or the going on, and he's like, no, I got bit. Well, I'm screwed.
Did they call Season 1, or did they just call it The Walking Dead?
I think they just call it The Walking Dead, and they're like, oh, we can make money off this? Because everybody's like calling us the game of the year and stuff.
Okay, because I couldn't remember, because it's like... It made sense thinking that he was going to make it go... Well, I don't know if I was thinking he was going to continue on past the final episode, since... I don't think at that point they were calling it Season 1 and they were going, hey, look, Season 2 right around the corner.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe it didn't feel like... It felt like it was going to be the end of his journey regardless.
Well,
whether he lived or died.
True. And also the thing that a lot of people have talked about, which I think The Walking Dead got scared of after, is like, they're like, we're known for killing our main character. Which I don't know if they did or not. Maybe it was more the series or the comics that they did that.
I don't know if they kill the main character. I know they kill off main characters.
Yeah.
Like, I think the dude's kid died. Carl or something.
No, he left, I think.
Oh, well, they effectively killed him off.
Right. And
then, like, I don't know how many of the original cast is still walking around as not walkers.
Well, because what's his name? The dad just left.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. So I think they actually ended that series.
I think the only one that I'm 100% sure on is Daryl. I think Daryl's still alive.
Yeah, because like they know like
they can't kill him off.
Yeah, because they know people will be rioting.
He's too handsome.
So he's just like, hey, no, I'm just gonna go on Death Stranding, stuff like that. Go ahead if you got one.
So I typically like the Godzilla series finales. Godzilla Final Wars, particularly, since it's just Godzilla beating up everybody he's already beat up, but like faster. It's all about just Godzilla punching everybody in the face and asserting his dominance. So that's always a good time. I feel like Godzilla's sort of relevant with Cornzilla, but...
Just say, like, he's already beat them once, so he already knows, like, their weakness and stuff like that. So he's like, okay, well, if I go sweep the legs, you're kind of screwed, or...
Yeah, like, he's just... You're not Godzilla, beam.
Yeah.
Kills him immediately. Kills Zilla immediately. But yeah, no, it's Final Wars is just a whole bunch of things Godzilla's already killed, and now he's gonna kill them even faster. And it's a good time.
When did that come out?
It's on 4.
Okay, so that's a little more recent one. So, but more CGI then.
I think they still use people in suits, but
probably for like Godzilla and stuff like that. But
yeah, there's a bit of CGI in it.
Nice. So, this is another Marvel's Endgame. I haven't seen every single Marvel movie. We were gonna do with Kenny, where we would watch every single Marvel movie.
Yeah, that fell apart really quickly.
Well, when you watch a couple boring ones, because we were gonna do it in the order, the chronological order that they came out. Not
excluding Captain America.
Yeah, because I was like, I really don't want to watch Captain America because I'm not a Captain America fan. And I also wanted to watch Captain Marvel at the time, and that was really where it already killed it. Because we watched because we watched that one. I was like, okay, this is really boring.
And then we watched Iron Man.
And I've seen Iron Man. This would have been the third time watching it.
I think it was probably my fourth or fifth.
But it's like I still got entertainment out of watching that, so I was like, I don't know if I want to continue watching the rest of these. And plus, this was what 2019.
I think so.
Yeah. So this was before the pandemic, but it was like I said, it's easy for us to get together, but it's harder for Kenny to get,
Yeah.
So it was just like, we'll just
watch the interesting ones, like.
I don't think we watched anything else after that.
Well, we watched Infinity War.
Oh, right, yeah.
You wanted to watch Ragnarok, and I don't know if we actually watched that one.
No, I don't think we did.
Oh, we watched Civil War.
Yes. So we watched Civil War, Infinity War, and I think you were like, you know what? Let's just do it. We're just gonna do Endgame. And watching those back to back, it was pretty good. I mean, seeing all the characters come together to fight one villain. Even though I would say Endgame was probably not as good as people said it was. There was a lot of I don't want to say dead air, but there was a lot of
It felt like a whole bunch of jobbing, honestly.
Yeah.
All of Thanos' forces felt like jobbers.
But it made up for it in the very end when all the portals came and like, hey. And I think, and I didn't know this at the time, but Captain America has never said Avengers Assemble. And so that one final moment where he's like, Avengers Assemble. And it's like...
I don't know. To be honest, that kind of felt flaccid to me.
Well, I mean...
The way he says it is just like, Assemble.
I think if you would have watched...
I'm tired.
I think if you watched all the movies, you would have been like, oh, he said it! And, so I think we probably will go back eventually and watch... Because, I think I've heard Thor Ragnarok's pretty good, so... Anyway.
Speaking of things with a whole bunch of build-up, Yakuza 6. I thought of it when you said you don't think you've seen an ending that's topped Walking Dead.
Nope.
I think Yakuza 6 did that for me.
Yeah, decline. Your credit card is declined. Cannot go on with this transaction.
I said for me. I didn't say it topped
It's still
for
declined.
you.
It's still declined.
Anyway, it's probably because it was 7 games of build-up.
Yeah, so if you would have watched all 20-some movies of Marvel.
Yeah, but they're all the same.
Yeah.
Just like the Yakuzas.
Yeah, I get that. Sorry, I'm not trying to...
And, well, Yakuza 6 really just... It stings at the end. Because they essentially kill off the main character.
Spoilers. No, I know.
I was gonna say, you've already given the... You've already
I gave them the spoiler warning.
Yeah, you've already given them the warning. But, yeah, they kill off the main character, and it sucks. I was in a party with you guys, and I actually,
teared up?
I took the mic out so you guys couldn't hear me.
Who's just bitch crying in the background? No, I wouldn't have said that.
But man, I was getting close. Getting close to crying.
I can believe that. I can believe, if you play a character for that long. I think any character that if you play for that long.
Yeah, because like I said, it was 7 games of build up. Even though I don't think I played 2 at that point, so it was technically 6 games of build up.
That kind of reminds me. I didn't play the original Gears of Wars, but that reminds me of when I don't know if his name's Barrett, but he
probably
he ends up running the tanker into the one moth. They're not moths, but the Locust Queen or something, and ends up blowing himself up. It's not an ending, but it's I think it's the end of number 2. I remember one of the guys I worked with, he was like, yeah, that scene got me. And he's not an emotional guy, and so I was like, hearing that, I'm like, okay, that's probably a good scene. That's also this isn't the ending, so I'm kind of ruining my own idea, but the fight between Ellie and Abby in The Last of Us 2, the scene in the theater. So technically, where I cut the line, because I can do whatever I want, I cut the line. That was the final thing. We don't talk about the rest of. Seeing if what they should have done is they should never had you play as Ellie. They should have you just play as Abby, and get your revenge, and then, have Ellie kill all your friends, and then you go fight. But the fight scene was actually pretty good because it's like one protagonist who is on invincible versus another protagonist, and I literally had this thought. I'm like, well, who would win? Like, or I don't think I had that. Who would win? I'm like, holy shit! I'm going against my tank Ellie. Like, how am I gonna beat this? Because like,
fairly easily, actually.
Yeah, button mashing or whatever. But, oh, that reminds me. So I've been meaning to bring this up. The ending to A Way Out is one of the best. I say this is probably under The Walking Dead for me. One of the best, and one of the most infuriating. Now I'll get to the best. You don't see it coming. You don't see that the one guy is actually an undercover cop, which is funny because
his plan is so ridiculous.
Yeah,
like it doesn't make any sense that he'd be an undercover cop.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, okay. But the most infuriating part is now I'm sitting next to one of the king of kings of button mashing. Like, if there's any button mashing, I go, hey, Jacob, here you go. And Jacob can like, and get it done in like 2 seconds, where it takes 10 seconds for me to get it done. Now, in the final scene of A Way Out, it comes down to you versus your. If anybody doesn't know, A Way Out is, you have to play co-op with somebody. You can't play it solo. So you get to go through this game, doing different things. You're not all in the same room, but
Yeah, it's
you're always on this TV together.
It's a split screen.
So playing with Jacob, it turns out, like I said, that the one guy's a cop and the other guy's a fugitive, and it turns into a button mashing. And I remember I set my controller down.
Well, first what happens is it's GoldenEye again.
Yeah, you go one-on-one with each other, trying to shoot each other.
Yeah, I say GoldenEye, but it's a third-person shooter, I believe. And so we had decided we were just gonna play it fair. We were just gonna stand in a single spot, and we just shoot each other until the scene progressed.
Yeah, because I like both of the characters.
And we were just gonna let luck decide.
Yeah.
And then the final scene is a button mash.
And I remember I said, nope. I put my controller down. I'm not going to break my fingers this time. Here you go. You just do it.
I think the funny thing is, though, if one player dominates the shooting segment, they're given a bonus.
Oh, really?
At the end, I think they're placed closer. So I think the worse you do during the shooter segment, the further away you're placed from.
Interesting, because you suck.
Yeah, pretty much. Because you just got shot the fuck up.
Right. It makes sense.
So, yeah, because we were both at, like, the same amount of health at the end, we got placed, I think, roughly the same distance away.
Okay.
So, yeah, you unfortunately got the short end of the straw by going up against me in a button mash.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way.
And then we sat on the ending for like 3 minutes because you were jokingly frustrated.
Yeah. We still had the channel at the time, but we weren't doing videos, and it's like in the back of my head, I'm like, well, I wish we could have recorded this because it would have been so funny. Where I'm just like, nope. You have to complete the game with me doing the controller. So I mean, I'm just gonna sit here. This is bullshit. So it's like, I wasn't mad because because like I said, I still like the ending, but
to be honest, I think we got the better ending, the more emotional ending.
Yeah, because I think
because in the one ending where the cop guy dies, it doesn't feel quite as impactful.
Let's see. You got any other ideas? Not ideas, but
not offhand on series that I've finished.
I'm sure.
Like really
I think another one that stood out was the Mass Effect 3 ending. I didn't play the first two to begin with. I played 3 first because it was like $10 or it was like $20 at GameStop, and it just came out. So they had a price reduction and everything. And so playing it, and you got the better ending, or you didn't get the better ending. I got another one.
I know what it is.
Well, let's hear this.
Is it The Witcher?
Yeah. Okay, so we'll go into The Witcher after this. So, you got when because you played you got the DLC for free, or that added the actual ending, like arm coming out, whatever. But
I don't remember any of this.
Well, so it's basically you get to pick a color. Do you save everybody? Do you kill yourself or whatever? And they're all the same. And so it never bothered me, but when you played it, because I watched you, because I came downstairs one day and you were playing it, and seeing that you got the different ending than me, I was like, well, that's kind of bullshit, because you got one where everybody's at the very end, like they're all walking. Whoever survived was walking, and then I think you had a hand come out and it just ended, because I think that was DLC, because I didn't have that in mind. But The Witcher. Fucking Snowball. I got the shit ending where I think Ciri just walks to her death. So, basically, I think Geralt dies, right?
It depends on your... No, because I think your ending, didn't you romance a bunch of people and you got locked in a room, basically? No,
I didn't do that. I knew I known that, so I was like, I'm not going to do that. I think I romanced Yennefer.
Yeah, probably.
No, I chose Triss, I think. But anyways,
But there's 3 definitive moments that you need to do stuff in, which impacts how Ciri acts towards the end.
Right, and one of them was you had to throw a snowball at her. Mm-hmm. Now, I didn't get any indication in this fucking cutscene not cutscene, but in this flashback that there's a snowball to be thrown. And so, even though I missed 3 other things in the game, I still hung up to that fucking snowball, screwed me over, and killed Ciri.
There's also one of the scenes is destroying a man's room.
Yeah, I don't think I did that either. Or maybe I did. No,
you didn't do that. I did.
Okay.
I think that's what put me over the edge on
keeping her alive.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so she died in your ending, and my epilogue is like, nope, she's a Witcher now.
And so, sorry.
I'm just like, well, that's neat.
Every game that has multiple endings, I always, for some reason, get this shitty ending. And I'm just like, maybe I'm just a shitty person. No, I think it's because I care too much. What? I think another one that is, another ending is the series finale of Ed, Edd and Eddy. Mm-hmm. Where Eddie... we finally get to see Eddie's brother.
Yeah, after all the build-up on how cool he is.
Did you ever think, watching the series, that you would ever see Eddie's brother?
Not particularly. I mean, there was the one episode where you get to kind of see their parents, but they're just giant arms.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't think we'd actually get to see Eddie's brother.
Yeah, that was an interesting episode because like
it was a movie. It was a whole
that's right.
movie.
Yeah. Well, they took the anime approach when the anime is like, hey, we don't want to make another series, or we don't want to do another season. We'll just make a movie and we'll just
wrap it up like this.
Yeah. So I guess it was all right. But yeah, you could finally see that Eddie's brother is not who he's cracked up to be, and
yeah, he's kind of a big jerk,
which is funny.
And then just the rest of the cul-de-sac's like, you know what?
Eddie.
These guys are pretty okay, I guess.
Yeah. That was a pretty good ending. I'm trying to see if there's any more. I didn't really do much of... Oh, I talked about all the ones that... that I wanted to. Let's see. Do you have any off the top of your head?
Not that I can think of, really.
Let's see. Killing time.
I did not come prepared.
No, neither did I. I didn't know if we were going to do this today or not. It would be like another one of those jokes where we're like, oh, yeah, we want to... Well, that's probably about...
Wait. I do want to talk about Zero Escape real quick.
Okay, go for it.
So Zero Escape just spirals out of control. Phil, stop watching right here. Phil, you need... No.
What are you talking about? Phil's not watching this.
Yeah, I know.
His name's not on this.
But if you are watching, stop watching right here. It spirals...
Spoilers, Phil! No, sorry. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, we need to, emphasize this a lot. Because you've seen the last one.
Oh, yeah, I've seen... Yeah, I watched the whole...
Oh, you've watched the whole series all the way through?
Well, yeah, that game, because we played together.
Yeah, Zero Time Dilemma, but...
Okay.
Zero Time Dilemma connects into all the plot holes that both 999 and Virtue's Last Reward leave.
Okay. Then I don't know.
It is just a spiral into insanity with just how crazy and off the rails it goes. And I kind of love it for that, even if it's not the best one of the series. But I just kind of want to bring that up.
We'll talk about it.
That's basically all I wanted to bring up. I don't want to actually spoil anything.
No, spoil it.
So there's...
If you're still listening to this and you were like, whoa, you guys spoiled it, that's on you.
So in Virtue's Last Reward, they established that certain characters can jump between timelines. In Zero Time Dilemma, despite taking place in between the first two games, it's actually the third game in chronologically, because people can jump through time, and there's aliens, or there's alien artifacts that create a copy of a person to send them into time somewhere else.
Oh, nice.
And, oh, jeez, it's ridiculous. It's pseudoscience to the max. And I love it.
I'm actually glad that you said something that triggered my mind, so.
Good. There's also an off-screen old man the entire game.
I think that's part of the Zero Time Dilemma one, right?
Yeah, that's the third game.
Okay.
Where they're just like, the guy was off screen the whole time.
They really took inspiration to that Saw.
It might have. He was there the entire time. We just didn't acknowledge him. What a twist. Anyway. Okay.
So you brought up copying, or sending people to the future and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So Fortnite. Now Jay's Brian's gonna be like, all right, well, time to mosey on out. So basically, somebody came up with the theory that people come to this island and they're able to leave, but they leave a clone behind that they don't know. And so this clone doesn't remember anything. So, they start building these villages and these cities and stuff like that. And I think Batman, I think that they're doing a crossover between Batman and Fortnite in a comic book. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's an actual comic or not, but I
think it is.
But so it's kind of interesting. But so let's all talk about Season 10. Season 10 was the end of Fortnite. As a lot of people were speculating. They're like, there's no way that this company, I think as of today of this recording, it has reached $9 billion in game sales in their... That
doesn't surprise me.
That's a lot. But anyways, so Season 10 is where... So I think Season 3 of Chapter 1, it's all in Chapter 1. An asteroid hits the Fortnite map, bringing the Traveler, which then events happen over the next couple seasons. Thus, Season 10, the Traveler returns and an asteroid comes out and gets stuck in air, which is probably the coolest area to battle on because you're just in the air on this giant asteroid coming down. So they're like the season was called The End or whatever, something like that, and it was probably the coolest gaming moment in time where it actually crashed. I think all PlayStation, even if you weren't even playing Fortnite, but you're in a party, like you were getting kicked out of the party or you can't join the party, like it literally crashed. Like I think PlayStation, Xbox.
Wait, like so if you weren't playing it, like...
even if you weren't playing Fortnite, you were just playing. Like if you're just in a party with somebody, like the server just kept crashing because I think I don't know if you were on, but it was like Brennan, Joe, myself, Matt, and maybe like somebody else, and we literally we had to get off of PlayStation for like an hour and a half because it just crashed the whole entire system.
Yeah, I don't think I was a part of that.
But the ending is where the traveler takes the asteroid, and there's a great song, and it's probably my favorite song in the past couple of years that has come out. You know, just the climax of the asteroid coming down, landing on Loot Lake, which Loot Lake for me has one great moment, and it involves you, because Loot Lake is where we were hiding in this house, and I said, this is back when I wasn't confident in Fortnite. I was like, I wasn't good. I was like,
this
Jacob,
was my first game of
I was like,
Fortnite.
Jacob, don't tag somebody because those motherfuckers will come running over here and destroy us. And you're like, what, snipe? Okay. I'm like, was that you, Jacob? Yeah, he's dead.
No, you were like, what was that? Who's shooting at us? And I'm like, that was me.
And you killed the guy.
He's dead.
I was like, oh my god. But yeah, so Loot Lake has always been an area where I was like, oh yeah, you know. So just the asteroid hitting the Loot Lake, and then the game turned off for I think a total of a day and a half, and of course it was one of those I tweeted out. I'm like, oh yeah, because a lot of people were believing that Fortnite was just going to end, because who would turn off their servers? Like, hey, you know, and they have turned off their servers to do an update, but it was like only for a couple of hours. Mm-hmm. But to actually close the whole thing, like, hey, nope, you're not playing. You know, you can't play Save the World. You can't play because every time you get on, which that pissed me off. But I didn't play Save the World. But just say, hey, you can't play this game. So that was a pretty cool ending. I googled the Friends ending. It's probably another good ending where. So over the couple seasons, I think Chandler and Monica were like, hey, if we're gonna have kids, we don't want to raise them in the city. So I think they end up having kids, and so the series finale is, hey, we're leaving. We're going to go live out. We're still gonna live in New York, but we're not gonna live in the city. So that was another kind of heartbreaking, like just everybody, all that. I think it was like 9 seasons or something like that.
I don't know. You would know better than I would.
So I only watched it on TV. Like I didn't watch Friends at the time it came out. I think I also had at the time the longest for like 10 years or something, 10, 15 years, the highest view count of a series finale. So that was kind of touching. Like, okay, the show that I like, that going back watching it now. It's kind of like, it's cringeworthy. Like, I used to love Ross, but like listen to Ross, I'm like, oh my god.
I don't know. I feel like back then I was kind of going, dude, don't act like this.
Yeah, well, there was definitely moments where I was like, God, hey, don't act like this dude. But
especially the one where he's going to the.
We were on a break. Well, that was fair. I was on his side on that one, but
I was thinking the one where he still goes to his childhood pediatrician.
Oh yeah.
And like, he's like, yeah, this is my son, and he's talking to her mom.
Yeah.
Or he's talking to the kid's mom, and she's just looking at him like, what?
Yeah. So I have one quick one. I'm not gonna do this justice. There's a show, and if anybody knows it, leave a comment below. I could look it up because it's not that hard, but there's a show where there's a guy who's on 2 shows. And I think one of his shows had ended, and so he started a new.
Is this Frasier?
Maybe it was Frasier.
You're talking about Cheers and Frasier?
Maybe, and he wakes up, and he wakes up with his first wife from the series before.
Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
Okay, so there's a show where, like I said,
does he meet at the bar a lot?
No, I don't think I never watched the show, but I just know this ending. where let's just say so like the first series he's married to this woman, and so in the second the new show that has nothing to do with this other show, he ends up going to sleep, and he ends up waking up to the woman of the first show, and so he's like, I just had the weirdest dream. She's like, what is that? I was like in this whole different dimension or whatever. And she's like, oh, you're just no more eating or something like that before bed. So it ends like, hey, this show is canonically doesn't exist. It's still I don't know. That was like a cool ending. You got another one or? Because I got another one if you're still looking.
I don't have anything right now.
Okay.
I do have a way I want to end this though.
Okay. So I guess I'll do one more. I didn't watch the Living with Adam. He was a huge into I don't know if this was a Netflix series, but he was into like binging stuff. So Dexter, just the ending of where he. So the funny thing, the only reason I thought of this because they're bringing it back, but it was such a cool ending where there's like, hey, this character, he's just gonna sail out in the sea. He's gonna leave his sister. He's done killing. He's just gonna go hide in the forest and get out. So that was another cool ending where it's just like, hey, this is because it was a popular show, and so they're like, hey, we're just gonna end this. I wish more shows would do that. We're just like, hey, instead of dragging it out. But, well, so I guess that's all of them. So basically, before Jacob ends it, because I assume you're gonna actually end this shit.
It's gonna be ended.
Okay,
if you're cool with it.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'll go in. I just want to say, hey, I didn't know. First of all, I want to thank you for doing this because the Corncast was one of the ideas that I had back in early 2020, and when it got kind of taken away, I was like, all right, well, let's just do Corn Bros. I want to have my own show, and I didn't know if Corn Bros how long it would last. It is the longest running weekly episodic. That's my favorite ongoing joke. Where it's just like, it's 20 episodes. So I want to thank you for giving me your time. Because we've been on YouTube for over 15 years, probably longer than that now.
13.
On different channels and stuff like that. And the one thing that was always hard for us because we're I don't think it has to be said, but we're legit brothers. And so the biggest thing before we could talk for a long time without a mic. But as soon as that mic comes out, we're just like, I don't know. Okay. So when doing this, I'm like, okay, what is this? Is this show going to be? In the first couple episodes, I think we hit it. And then there was a couple episodes where it's like, all right, well, the topic wasn't as fun as we thought it was going to be. So it's kind of like, whatever. But,
But you learned I give the best blowjobs.
Yes. Yeah, I got to figure out what episode because I've been thinking about going.
The dentist one.
The dentist? Okay. Because I've been thinking about going back and making a best of, you, Aaron. Aaron has a lot. Phil, myself, just kind of. I've been thinking about just doing a bunch of different ideas. So, but sincerely, I thank you for giving me your time. And this isn't going to be the end, because I think you'll be back on a different series. Maybe you'll wake up and we'll be back to doing the Corn Bros. But to have this show, to be able to talk about different topics, that's like I said, that's what I want Corncast to be. We rank games, then we talk about a subject. So with that being said, I should thank the people who watched. I know nobody did, but if you're at this point and you maybe this is your first episode, go ahead and go back to watch some of the other funny ones. Like the dentist one was funny. I think always anime is. I think we had some good anime ones. But yeah, just go back. I guess I'm trying to lay the inevitable before J-Up just ends it. I don't know what he's gonna do. It's gonna be both. So the other thing is, if you like what you hear from us two. We have other podcasts. We have Godzilla, we have Pokemon, we have Legend of Zelda that have all spin off from the Corncast, which is funny. So yeah, with that being said, I don't do this, but if you are made it this far, and either give the video a thumbs up or a thumbs down, it's whatever the other ones. I never asked. I never asked. We're getting close to 100. Subscribe, whatever. All right, Jacob, take it away.
I wanted to end it like The Sopranos.
Killing me?
No, just cut to black.